Hey guys, welcome to Minecraft on the PlayStation 4. You are with Sovereign, as the sign says. We are in a creative world that I made specifically for tips and tutorials. Now, I've been getting a lot of questions from you guys on building stuff, and I've done tutorials for other games before. I've never done them for Minecraft, primarily because what one person thinks looks good, many others might not, and oftentimes people will become almost offended by you thinking that something that you did looks nice. But so many of you guys have been requesting some tips and tutorial videos on building and whatnot that I figured I would give you one. This is going to be more of a tips video, not necessarily a tutorial video. If there's something really specific that you want to see me do, then let me know. But what I'm going to do is share with you guys some of the building tips that I use in like every build that I've done. And if you'd like to see some of the stuff I've done, maybe you're new or whatever, I will leave a link in the description to my Minecraft 100% Survival Season 1 playlist. I just started Season 2, so feel free to check it out if you want. So let's first start with what you're going to actually build with. Now there's other materials besides all the things that I show here, obviously. But primarily what you're looking at when you build a house, or anything for that matter, really, especially a house though, you want some kind of a difference in the structures, not only textures but also colors, especially contrasting. So if you pair something really dark like dark oak with something really light like birch, or even maybe the jungle or the spruce, which is a little darker so it doesn't contrast too much, make sure you have some slight contrasting colors. I mean, really, that helps a lot. It really does. It makes certain parts of the structure pop. And again, I mentioned textures as well. Different textures will help the structure a lot because it adds a level of depth that you just don't get when you use the same flat, boring material, as you can see on this house here. And we'll go into that a little bit more. So make sure that you're incorporating not only different colors. Some need to be, in my opinion, they need to clash a little bit. I think that helps, but also different textures. Mess around with some different stuff and see what you think looks good. It all depends on you as the player. So mess around with some different textures, see what looks good. I find that as a great way to get both different textures and some contrasting colors, I think that the quartz blocks and the nether brick blocks look really good together. Also, the quartz and the obsidian blocks look really good together. So you get this smooth texture with one and a light color, and then you get this rougher texture with the other two and a darker color. And I think that they look really good when you put them together the right way in a build. So now we're going over some various things that you can actually use to put on the outside of your house and in other places, of course. You can use fences of different kinds, trapdoors of different kinds, and of course slabs. You can use stairs, glass blocks, all that stuff you can put on the outside of your home, as well as on the inside, to not only make furniture for the inside but to design the outside. And again, I will show you. Here's something you can put outside your house too. It's like a sconce almost, but it's really simple to make. All you need to do is let me show you. Let me just remove all of this. So let's get in here and let's find what I used, which was red sandstone slab, just for the purposes of the demonstration, and an item frame, and then of course we needed ourselves a little torch action. Whoops, not that. And I just deleted everything. There we go. Alright, so what you need to do is put the item frame down on the block, then put the torch, not in the item frame, excuse me. Put the torch. You'll see the item frame has a different hitbox than this iron block does. So you want to hit the hitbox for the iron block and put the torch down. It will actually place the torch. And then you want to click the item frame with whatever you want to make the sconce out of. So that's a great way to make some good classy lighting. And of course you can use different materials and make it however you want. And then we've got a simple fence post with some glowstone, jack-o'-lantern, whatever. There's all kinds of different ways to do it. Here's some examples of some different kind of plants and stuff that you can do. I mean, obviously these are in the game, but put these outside your house. But you can also do things like this to make little trees outside your home, tables. This is a piston, but underneath it, and I actually have a redstone torch, which makes the piston actuate, of course. So now the piston is up. It actually makes a really decent looking little table. And then, of course, you've got your different pressure plates on the fence posts. And then I did something here. It's like a little cabinet drawer almost. This would be the handle. And again, it's the same basic idea that we used with the torch, except you can also turn items when they're in a frame. You can make it look different. Using ladders to add texture to your house. And then, of course, some small little furniture items, you know. You can put like trapdoors on the side of a chair or on the side of some stairs, and then put them down to make it look kind of like an armchair. Again, you can do that with the item frames as well, and then some other blocks if you wanted to. And signs, of course. So, I mean, there's all kinds of different ways that you can come up with some furniture. Just experiment with things. So let's get into the actual building now. So this is a house made using oak blocks, an oak door, a birch floor, and then just, you know, some normal glass window panes, and then some oak stairs for the roof. Okay, this is a pretty plain, normal house. You know, honestly, this is better than my first house I ever made, to be honest with you. But yeah, this is generally what the more beginning Minecraft players are going to make, something similar to this, or maybe they'll even do a flat roof. Now, using all the tips that I mentioned over here, making a house almost identical to this one, except using those tips can yield you something more like this. Now, this house is made almost exactly the same way this is, except I just used those contrasting colors and then contrasting textures. You'll see up here on the roof, we've got a log kind of sticking out there. We've got some slabs running across the roof. Again, a nice contrast in color. And then you'll see we've got some stone slabs. We've got some cobblestone fencing. I thought that was a rabbit. And you'll see again that provides a different color, a nice contrast in color and in texture. You've got the smoother stone and then the rougher cobblestone. And we've got some mossy cobblestone kind of underneath it where the legs sit. And then, of course, we got some ladders right here to add a little bit of depth and texture to the house. Some sconces on the... Oh, I didn't put one there. Oh, I remember why I actually meant to do the example over here, but I did it over there. Again, this is my first Minecraft tips video, sorry. And then, of course, more fences on the outside, some stairs upturned right here, and then stairs turned regularly. Some little flower pots. We got a grass block, and then you just take some wooden trapdoors and place it on the sides, and then just close them up and stick a flower, whatever kind you want there. And you have nice little planters pots, little flower pots. If you take some shears, again, this is if you're in survival as well. I mean, if you take some shears and shear some leaves off of trees, you can place them down as shrubs. And I do that a lot in my builds. Yeah, I just find that bushes really make the house kind of pop a little bit. Let me get rid of some of this here. All right, and another thing you can do is if you want to, for example, give something like a fall theme. If you want to have a place surrounded by trees and you want to make it look like leaves have actually fallen on the ground, then you can simply shear some leaves off with some shears. And you can use them to make the ground like this, and it'll kind of give the impression that some leaves have fallen. It also gives, if you wanted to do it like this, it can also give the grass a bit of a slightly different looking texture, which might help. Or you can even just do it in little tiny spaces, so it looks like some leaves maybe fell here and there, you know, randomly, not all over the place. You know, something like that, to kind of make it look like leaves have fallen and they're kind of littered around your yard. There's all kinds of different things you can do with these. Pathway, I mean, you can go whichever direction you want, but I've come to really, really like the coarse gravel for pathways, because of course grass will not grow over it. Got all kinds of different bushes, a nice little pond in the front yard, more flower pots here. Get my inventory cleared out, and let's go inside the house now. The other one I didn't bother furnishing. This one I did. Of course, it's packed, but it's only for example, just to give you guys something to look at. We got some art on the walls. We have a clock in an item frame, so we can hang it on the wall, and it does work. It'll show when it's day and night and all that good stuff. We've got a watermelon in an item frame just because it's a kitchen, so why not have a picture of food? I also find that using like dispensers and droppers and stuff can actually really do a lot to kind of look like an appliance. I think it looks really good as, you know, maybe an appliance, dishwasher, whatever you want it to be. Of course, counters and all that good stuff. And again, this is another place where you can use... Do I have doors in this one? I'm still getting used to the layout of creative mode because I almost never use creative mode. Yeah, you can also use trapdoors, you know, here, things like that to make little cabinets. But again, you can't put it like here. It just depends on where you want to put it. Of course, for the kitchen floor, I've got obsidian down, you know, kind of like tile. And then we have some examples. Our piston table right here. We've got ourselves a little armed chair. And going upstairs, we have just the cutest little bedroom ever. We got ourselves a couple of shelves so we can read some books. A nice little couch made out of 2 nether brick stairs pressed together, and then with some item frames on the sides to make little arms. A little desk made out of spruce, and there's some nether brick right there. Let me just move this out of the way so you can see. We have some blue carpet on the floor. This is actually 3 blocks of spruce wood stairs. So I have the first block of spruce wood upside down, straight up against the wall, and then the other 2 I have at an angle upside down like this, so they actually come together and create that nice, you know, rounded look for the legs. And we have a painting on the wall and a what is it, a weighted pressure plate? I never remember what it's called. Weighted pressure plate heavy, yeah. And that, so we have like a little laptop here almost. And then just, you know, nice little sandstone, smooth sandstone block, red sandstone block, excuse me, with a flower planter and a flower in it. You know, just a cute little bedroom, a place to chillax, you know, do your homework, man, whatever. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys some examples of that. And again, you know, I've never really done a Minecraft tips video, but people have been asking me to. So I said, what the heck, I'll just check it out and do something for you. So yeah, then I put this together. But that's basically it, guys. This house is almost identical to this one, except that I use the tips that I mentioned there. You know, so just kind of just do what works for you. Use your imagination a little bit, you know, use some things, maybe some things that you think wouldn't look good would. Just try some things out. Cal, go check it out. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, man. Look at him. See, he's going right to the nice yard. See, he knows what's going on. He knows what's going on for sure. Look at that. He knows. So, guys, I hope that this at least helped you a little bit. Again, I never do Minecraft tips videos only because, you know, what I might like, you might not. But hopefully you learned something from this. Maybe it helped you. Maybe you'll you know, be able to build something better than you could before. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I really do appreciate it. A like would also be awesome if you enjoyed it or it helped you at all. If not, that's fine too. If you don't like the video, please let me know why. Let me know if there's something I could do to improve it and make it better and maybe improve your experience next time if you come back. And if not, I can improve the experience of the next person. Thank you guys so much. Again, I love you guys, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Goodbye.